Bottom line, Grant, is that the wealthy and the businesses have fled. The people who are left are being, here without being able to protect themselves. And so I got a chance to talk to one lady after church on Sunday a little bit about some of these issues and how she feels being a citizen here in Detroit, and whether or not she would like to leave. They say 70% of the people that are in Detroit today would leave if they could. So let's take a look at that package, and we'll come back and talk about it. There are tens of thousands of burned out buildings just like this one all around the city of Detroit. Burned and abandoned and just left to rot. But what these do is they actually encourage criminal activity. Everything from theft and vandalism, like we see all around here, to prostitution and drug use, which go on inside many of these things. There are even people that live in buildings like this. You can't assume when you see a building like this that it's not occupied. And that's a real problem because it serves as an encouragement to bad activity. Not only that, it makes it harder for the law-abiding people that live in this city to make it, because not only does it reduce their property values, but it also makes it more dangerous for them to live here. And so this is a real problem that the city is going to have to deal with. Now, they've tried tearing down some of these buildings, bulldozing them, and even renovating some of these into like apartment complexes and things like that. But there really isn't enough tax money available for them to do that to all of these buildings. We talked to some people who have been affected by that yesterday. Take a look.
My name is Tamra Meadows. I've lived in Detroit since right after the rise in October of 1968, I believe. And I represent, I'm going to say 30% of the disenfranchised, poor people, non-educated folks in the city of Detroit. So there is virtually no hope for those people if they don't have an education. The current situation is that I believe that there are too many young people that are having children who are ill-equipped to teach those children good citizenship. It's total anarchy, and that's what's going on in the city of Detroit. And this is not a black and white thing. This is a people problem now. It's a big drug. It's a big drug city. It's, almost everybody sells some drugs or taking some drugs. About 2 months ago, somebody stood outside, not my house, but 2 doors down, and I got the cartridges from, I believe, a 38 and a semi-automatic rifle. They just stood outside and was shooting. There's literally nothing in my house of value. I'm the only valuable person. So when I'm in there, I lock the doors. But here's the thing. If they want to come in and get me, they're going to come in and get me. I'm not just saying, leave the door open, tell everybody, but I don't want nobody to take my life.
Do you depend on the police to protect you?
Oh, God, no. This is what I truly believe. I think God's just protecting me. It say he watch out for baby old folks and fools. I'm my mama's baby. I done got old, and Lord knows I've been a fool. I can't get out of here because I am disenfranchised by the city of Detroit, taking and stealing money for so many years and not making provisions for the citizens of the city of Detroit. I'm at 60 years old. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a whole lot. If I could find a river, I'm not lying, seriously. If there was a place, I'm not talking about an ocean, but a river outside a house, and the house could be maybe twice the size of my garage, and the weather was pleasant, I would go. I would leave it all.
This coming October, Michael Bloomberg is hosting a group of mayors from around the world to come to Detroit to see how great it has become. They call it a nascent revival. That means that they've poured millions of dollars into the downtown area, like the financial district, to improve places and renovate buildings and things like that. But there are still so many buildings around Detroit just like this one, you can bet they're not going to be taking them to see any place like this. I'm Chuck Holton for NRA TV.